Alrighty, looks like we're live again. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Sawteeth franchise here in Super Mega Baseball for year number 2. Last episode was the opening day doubleheader against Hammerlong Balla, the cover athlete and the Sirloins. We dropped game 1 5-3, but then bounced back to win big in game 2 11-1, and my stupid ass forgot that this was a doubleheader, so we've got 2 games on tap for you here today for the Sawteeth for the second straight night. On the mound will be rookie Homer Levine in Game 1 against second-year pitcher Froggo Balanstandos for the Sandcats. And on the mound in Game 2 will be second-year pitcher Wagyu Takobi and veteran Candy Sweet for the Sandcats. 2-0 they come into the contest. We come in at 1-1, battling for the division lead here. Balanstandos and Levine both making their first starts of the season. Levine lost his surrounded trait in between games last episode, and Balanstandos already had the elite changeup trait, so they're both pretty even pitchers here in that regard. Trait-wise, Levine, I think, has the better quality stuff. Balanstandos is mostly a junk baller. Both have about average accuracy at best, so they both do suffer in that department. But Levine is a much better thrower. Lineup for Game 1 here today, leading off in the center with Slash Trips, followed by locked-in second baseman Janice Friedman, batting third, shortstop John Renero, batting fourth, locked-in catcher rookie Mackenzie Fry, batting fifth, first baseman Pete Physique, batting sixth, right fielder Johnny Baggs, batting seventh, DHing today JYJ Jr. Young Jr., batting eighth, left fielder Boo Lewis, and batting ninth, third baseman Kira Nutmeg. Let's go. Game 1 coming at you on tap here against the Sandcats, who are still extreme contact specialists. Defense has taken a bit of a nosedive here for them, but everything else above average. Bullpen is really up there as well. Not as good as their contact, but it's still there. The only thing this team is lacking is a decisive amount of power. It's pretty non-existent. But the middle of their lineup is hitting really well. Locked in, on fire, locked in. Holy shit. That's not good. At least on the plus side, this is our first 2 games at home this season. So we're here at El Viejo for the first time in year 2. Park, Steak, and Bronco up first for the Sandcats, facing 19-year-old rookie Homer Levine. Rodney Park leading off, the shortstop, hitting .333 with 3 RBIs on the season. Lineup for the Sandcats looks like this in Game 1. Park leads off, then locked-in first baseman Dolph Steak, locked-in right fielder Lester Bronco, on-fire center fielder Marcia Brown, locked-in left fielder Gia Axelson, then it's locked-in catcher Knox Oxensoxen, then it's third baseman Butt Puckerman, DH Tip Tapler, and 10th second baseman Sammy Shigatani, who was signed in free agency for the Sandcats. Everyone else was on the roster last year in the playoff games. On the bench, they still have Jess Val, Yips Frazzler, who is also on the playoff roster, Pumper Lumpkins, and Lars Stadcliffe, who was signed in free agency. Pitching lineup, rotation, they still had Doyen Stafford, Pearl Pansky, who got injured in her first start, Candy Sweet, who will be pitching next game, is scheduled to pitch next game, and in the bullpen, they added Immaculo Spectaculo, kept McMahon and Morris, Yago as well they kept, and Ice Vander, the closer, was also kept. The only person they lost was Sergio Slider. Levine's ready, the rookie getting ready to debut. First pitch of his career. Fastball is low, we're underway. Ball 1. Slider inside, misses off the glove, 2-0. Ball hangs, fouled off by Park, 2-1. Heater up, strike called, 2-2. Levine touching 98 on the gun there. Change it down in the way. Chased and fouled off. Park just got the bat to it, 2-2. Slider up inside, misses, 3-2. Fastball up and in, Park fouls it off. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming here. Change up inside, fouled off. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming now. Throw ball down at the knees, line to first. Physique there, picks it off the dirt, 1 down. Next up, Dolph Steak, the first baseman, who's locked in, hitting .625 with the homer, 5 RBIs. Power and contact first righty, active here. Change it down and in on the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer up and away. Line to left center field, heading for the gap. Lewis over, cuts it off, and that'll hold it to a single. Stake on with 1 down. Next up, right fielder Lester Bronco, who's locked in, hitting .444 with 4 RBIs. Former Sawteeth player. Ball down on the first pitch, hit up the middle on the hit and run right to Renero, who ran to the bag, taps the bag, fires across the first. John Renero turns one, as you love to see that. Bottom one, the hit and run fails for the Sandcats. Trips, Friedman, and Renero do up against Frago, Ball, and Standos, who we faced twice already here in the series. In his young career, in his rookie season, Ball and Standos faced us in the regular season finale, which we won to secure the first overall seed in the playoffs. And then we also faced him in the second game of the playoff series, which we won also to knock out the Sandcats from the playoffs. Just 1 second, guys. I have to check something real quick in my messaging app, make sure it's working. Okay, good. Wait, what? Okay, that's from a while back. Okay, we're good. Make sure I didn't miss any messages here. 1-0 the count to Trips, takes the ball low. Changeup blew it by him out in front, 1-1. Trips hitting 6 for 10 here to start the season. 1 homer, 3 RBIs. Chased inside, fouled off in the changeup, 1-2. Going to see a lot of them today from Frago, as that's his elite pitch. Curveball ripped foul, still 1-2. Curveball down in the way, dumped to left center field, hit well by Trips. That is down, and that is rolling all the way to the deep wall. Axelson there to cut it off. It is a leadoff double for Trips. He's in scoring position here to start. Here's Friedman, second baseman locked in, hitting .625, 6 for 8 on the year, 1 homer, 1 RBI. Fastball up and in, turned on and ripped foul, out of play, 0-1. And sorry, that is actually 5 for 8, not 6 for 8. I cannot math. 6 for 8 would be 750. Curveball up and in, taken high, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Changeup hangs, fouled off by Friedman, 1-2. Slider up and in, driven by Friedman, hit well, dead center, right at Brown for the first out. Tagging is Trips. He will make it to third safely. 1 down, runner at third for John Renero, hitting only 2 for 8 here in the season. 1 homer, 3 home RBIs on the year. Changeup inside, that misses, ball 1, or that was a fastball. Still inside, ball 1. Changeup taken low, 2-0 the count to John as he's in the hitter's count, so big hack active here. Changeup up, ripped hard and foul, 2-1. Changeup up and away, line through the middle, base hit. Renero will drive in Trips. 1-0 Sawteeth lead here in the first. 4th RBI of the year for Renero. Next up is rookie catcher Mackenzie Fry, hitting 7 for 10 on the season. 2 homers and 3 RBIs on the year. Or, what, 6 for 8? Sorry, 6 for 8. Fastball high, taken ball 1. Ball and Standos tense here. Changeup up, ripped hard and foul by Fry. She was out on the front foot. Would have had the distance. 1-1 the count. Fastball down in the way, line foul. Late on the swing, 1-2. Fastball down and in, chopper to second, 1 hopper. Shikatani the second one, Park to first, in time for the double play, and that ends the inning. Fry was never going to beat that out with the cannon arm active there. Plus, even on a normal throw, she probably is still out. She does not run well. To the second, it's 1-0 thanks to the RBI single by Renero. Brown, Axelson, and Oxensoxen do up. Marsha Brown leading off. The center fielder is on fire, hitting .667 on the year with 3 homers and 3 RBIs. I believe that is 6 for 9 for her on the year. Currently on fire. Fastball away, strike called on 1, having hit 3 solo homers already in only 2 games. She's been a big part of why the offense is winning. Whiffed on the curveball in the dirt, 0-2. Tough out versus the elite changeup. Who's going to win the fight? Changeup way outside, 1-2. Slider up and in, fouled off, 1-2. Four-seamer up and away, outside, 2-2. Good take. Changeup down and in, check swing low, good eye, 3-2. Ball down and away, pulled foul. We'll do it again, still full. Fastball up, fouled off. We'll do it again. 8th pitch at the at-bat coming here to Brown. Slider at the knees, fouled off. We'll do it again. 9th pitch at the at-bat coming now. Ball down in the dirt, ball 4. First walk for Levine. Good work there by Brown to work it. Axelson up next, left fielder locked in, hitting .375, 1 RBI on the year. Slider down and in on the first pitch. Sky to right on the first pitch swing. Bags in a step. Calls for it medium deep. Makes the catch. 1 down. Next up is going to be Knox Oxensoxen, the catcher, locked in, hitting .375. One homer on the year, one RBI in the year for Ox. He's hitting 3 for 8 to start the season, currently locked in. Fastball up in the first pitch, inside, popped it up, foul territory on the first base side. Jammed him, physique there, makes the catch, 2 down. Here's Butt Puckerman, the third baseman. First at bat of the year for Butt, as he's been on the bench to start the season. Getting the start today over the tense Yips Frazzler, who's been playing third base. Ball down in the first pitch, taken low. Ball 1. Change down and in, runner goes. Strike called. Throw down by Fry. Late. Stolen base for Brown. First steal today for Brown. Her first of the year. She's 1 for 1. 1-1 the count here to Puckerman. First seamer down and away, taken low. 2-1. Right up and in. Fouled off. 2-2. Change it down and in. Chased it low, strike 3. First career punch out for Levine. That ends the inning. Bottom 2, it's 1 up. 1-0 the score. Physique, Bags, and JYJ do up. Peak Physique leading off, hitting 2 for 7 to start the year. No homers or RBIs yet on the season. Change it down and in. Strike called. 0-1. Ball in the stand. Gets ahead. Pass it down on the way. Chopper to first up the line. Stake backhands cleanly. Taps the bag. 1 down. Johnny Bags up next. Right fielder hitting only 1 for 7 to start the year. Not having a good start to the season. Change up taken in the dirt. Ball 1. Change up and away. Line to left field hard, but right at Axelson. 2 down. Base is empty for JYJ, the DH. Hitless on the season. Powers lefty is active, though, trying to get out of the slump. Fastball middle in. Driven by JYJ. Deep right field. Teed it up. Sawed it off there. First hit of the year for JYJ is a home run as the young man delivers. It is his first of the year. 2-0 Sawteeth lead. He tried to sneak a fastball by him middle in. You can't do that to JYJ. Next up, left fielder Boo Lewis. Hitting .250 on the season, batting 1 for 4. Sat out game 2 of the doubleheader last episode. Heater taken low, ball 1. Change it down in the way, pulled foul, 1-1. Lewis getting the start over cul-de-sac today in left field because she is tense. Curveball inside, pulled foul, 1-2. Change it down and in, pulled foul again. Still 1-2 as Lewis fights it. Change up and in, ripped foul hard. Still 1-2. Fastball down the way, line to second, right at Shigatani. That ends the inning. To the third, it's 2-0. Tapler, Shigatani, and Park do up. Tip Tapler leading off the DH. First at bat of the year for him, getting the start over foul. He is a bunter, known primarily for his bunting ability. Heater down and in, line to third. Nutmeg dives to her left. Nice stab by Kira, 1 down. Next up, Sammy Shigatani. Former Sawteeth second baseman is tense, hitting 1 for 10 to start the year. Ball down on the pit. Needs the first pitch, line to center. That is down for a base hit. Shigatani will get her first hit of the game. She's on with 1 down in the third. Next up is Rodney Park, 0 for 1 today. That's the first hit today for the Sandcats, I believe. Second, never mind. That's right, we turned to double play. Ball down and in on the first pitch, inside. Ball 1. Change it middle away. Line softly to left center. Trips coming on, watches it drop, another base hit. 2 on, 1 down. That's back-to-back hits for the Sandcats here. Coming up, Dolph Stake, 1 for 1 with a single. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Stake was erased on a double play ball, back in the first. Ball away, outside, 2-0. Forcing at the knees. Line to short, 1 hopper. Renero picks it. Flips the second 1. Friedman to first. In time. Oh, it's late on the fielder's choice. 2 down. Next up, Bronco, 0 for 1. Lester with the RBI chance. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Change up in the first pitch. Taken high. Missing. Ball 1. Forcing it down and away. Check swing strike called. 1-1. Slider down and in. Inside. 2-1. The ball up and away. Check swing outside. Good take. 3-1 to Bronco. Forcing the middle in. 1 hopper to short. Renero over. Charges. Makes the play. In time to first, and that ends the inning as we strand 2. Levine gets out of the third with another 0. Bottom 3, Nutmeg, Trips, and Friedman do up against Ball and Standos. Nutmeg leading off with her first at bat of the game in the 9 slot, hitting 2 for 9 to start the year. 1 RBI for her. Prado sets and fires. Curveball at the knees. Line to right over the glove of Shigatani, and that is a base hit. Nutmeg on to start the third for the Sawteeth. Here's Slash Trips. Doubled in the first and then scored later on a single by Renero. He's 1 for 1 today. Ball and Standos now tense. Curveball up and away, rocketed by Trips to right center off the end of the bat. Hit well. Run down, though, by Brown on the warning track. 1 down. Next up is going to be the 3-2 hitter today. It is Janice Friedman, 0 for 1. Flew out to center his first time up. No longer locked in. Heater up and away. Line down the right field line. That is going to sink in front of Bronco for the first for another hit. Throw coming into third is in time to nail Nutmeg, but moving up to second, making it a double, is going to be Friedman, and that'll bring up Renero. 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the first, trying to do it again here in the third. 2 down, runner in scoring position. Fastball up, line to center field, hit well, but it will not get over Brown's glove, and that ends the inning. It's right at her. To the fourth, it's still 2-0. Brown, Axelson, and Oxensoxen do up. Brown leading off has walked today and then stole a base. So far the only batter to walk today for the Sandcats. Pushing her down and in on the first pitch. Line at the middle, base hit as Brown teed up the fastball. She was ready for it. She's on to lead off here in the fourth. Next up, Axelson, 0 for 1 today. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Change up at the knees, strike called, throw down by Fry. No chance. Easy stolen base for Brown, her second of the game. She's 2 for 2 and 2 for 2 on the year. RBI 0 active here for Axelson. Dribble down and in, taken low, 1-1. Receiver middle in, inside, just misses, 2-1. Reach up and away. Popped up, shallow left of center. Trips coming on, racing in. He'll get there for the first out. Runner holds at second. Next up is Ox, catcher, 0 for 1. Still locked in. Receiver up and away in the first pitch. Check swing strike called, 0-1. Go down and in, fouled off, 0-2. Change it away. Outside, 1-2. Slider down and in the dirt, good block, 2-2. Receiver up and in. High, 3-2. Change it down and in. Line to short, Renero leaps, makes the nice catch, 2 down. Good job, John. Kept it in the infield. Here's Puckerman, 0 for 1. Slider down in the dirt, ball 1. Receiver away, strike called, 1-1. Change it down, chased, fouled off, 1-2. The ball up and in, chased it high, strike 3. Second punch out for Levine as he strands another runner. Bottom 4, it's 2-0. Fry, Physique, and Bags do up. Mackenzie Fry leading off, 0 for 1 with a grounder into a double play her first time up. Still locked in. Change up and in, fouled off, 0-1, swung under it. Pass up and in, chopped through the middle, base hit for Fries. That's a seeing eye single to center. She's on 1 for 2 today. Lead off woman on in the fourth. Here's Physique, go for 1 with the ground out to first, his first time up. Slider down, chopped to short, right at Park. Flips the second one, Shigatani the first, double play. 2 down, here's Johnny Bags, 0 for 1 intense with a pop out his first time up. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Slider up and away, line to the gap, right center field, and Bags teed that up. He's going to have extra bases. Digging for second, Brown gets to it and gets it in, but it is a 2-out double. Keeps hitting alive for the Sawteeth here in the fourth. Coming up is JYJ, who homered in the second. He's 1 for 1 today. Turned on an inside middle fastball and put it out over the right center wall. Fastball up and in, ripped foul, out of play, 0-1. Fastball down and in, chopped the second, holding the runner Shigatani. She's there, fires the first in time to end the inning. To the fifth, we strand another runner, still 2-0. Tapler, Shigatani, and Park do up. Here's Tapler, 0 for 1 day for the DH. Four-seamer up and away in the first pitch. Fouled off. 0-1. Slider down. Chopped through the middle. Base hit. Tapler's first hit of the year. He's 1 for 2. So he's on to start the inning. Levine no longer locked in. Here's Shigatani, 1 for 1 with a single. Double down and then the first pitch in the dirt. Good block by Fry. Ball 1. Four-seamer middle away. Blew it by him. 1-1. Change up and in. Chop to second. Slow roller. Freeman charges. Tags the runner. Fires to first. And that's a double play. You love to see that. Second one today for us. Next up, Park. 1 for 2 with a single. Change up on the first pitch. Driven by Park to center field. Carrying well. Trips back. He's at the warning track. Running out of room. Leaps out of his reach. It's home run for the Sandcats as they start building the pyramid. It is out over behind the batter's eye. First of the year for Park, and they're on the board 2-1 as we hung a changeup. No matter how good your pitch is, elite-wise, can't hang him. Stake up, locked in, 1 for 2 with a single. Slider inside on the first pitch, misses, ball 1. Fastball away, outside, 2-0. Curveball hangs, line to short, right at Renero, and that ends the inning. But Levine hangs a changeup, and Rodney Park makes him pay. Home run out over center, 2-1 the score. Lewis, nutmeg and trips to up. First homer of the year for Park there in that at bat. Lewis leading off, 0 for 1 with the ground out his first time up. Change away outside, ball 1. Fastball up, turned on by Lewis into the corner, hit well as that's going to one-hop to the fence. Axelson there for it, digging for second. Lewis, throw in is late. Leadoff double for the left fielder. Next up, Kira Nutmeg, the third baseman, 1 for 1 with a single today. Slider up and in, taken high, ball 1. Change up and away, pulled to right center field off the end of the bat. That is going to hang up for Bronco, though. 1 down. Hung up just enough. Top lineup up. Here's Trips. 1 for 2 with the double and a run scored today. Bad ball hitter still active for Slash. Change up and away. Rocketed to left center. Into the gap it goes. That's going to the deepest part of the park. Extra bases for Trips as Brown gets to it. Digging for third is Slash. He's going to try it. Relay throw from Park is late. It is a triple for Slash. He drives in the run. It is 3-1. Freeman up next, 1 for 2 with the double. Looking to drive in, Trips from third. Ball in Standos now tense again. Change it down and in, turned on, fouled off, 0-1. Freeman a little over anxious there, chased that one inside. Heater up and away, chased that one high and outside, 0-2. Slider inside, dribbler in the hole to short. Puckerman no play at home, will fire to first. RBI ground out for Freeman, it is 4-1. 1 down, here's Renero, 1 for 2, RBI single today, 2 down in the inning. Dribble down and in, fouled off. John out on his front foot. 0-1. Fastball away, blooped off the end of the bat to shallow right center. Running it down Shigatani, and that'll end the inning. To the 6th, it's 4-1 as we get 2 on the board to double our run total. Heart of the lineup coming up for the Sandcats here. Bronco, Brown, and Axelson do up against Levine. There's Bronco, 0 for 2 today. Four-seamer middle away in the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Ball down and in, fouled off, 0-2. Tough out active for Lester here. Change it down and away, low and outside, 1-2. Slider up, high, 2-2. Four-seamer up and in, broken back grounder to third, Nutmeg charges, fields it cleanly to first, 1 down. Next up, Brown, 1 for 1, a single and a walk today for Marcia. She's also stolen 2 bases. Slider away in the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Change it inside, misses, 1-1. Four-seamer down, chop to third, Nutmeg charges, makes the play cleanly. On to first, 2 down. Base is empty for Axelson, 0 for 2 today. Dribble down and in, inside, strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer up and away, high, 1-1. Moves it down the way, chop foul, out of play, 1-2. Slider up and in. High, taken 2-2. Good eye. Pushing it down. Fouled off, out of play. Still 2-2 as Axelson works the count. Curveball down and in. Inside, 3-2. Change it down. Chop the first. Physique charges. Makes the play cleanly to first. 1-2-3 inning for Levine in the sixth as the rookie has a quality start. Bottom six, it's 4-1. Fry, Physique, and Bags do up. Here's Mackenzie Fry. 1 for 2 day for the rookie catcher. She singled and grounded into a double play. Currently locked in still against the tense ball in Standos. Curveball middle in. Rocketed to right field on the line, but right at Bronco. 1 down. Physique up next. He's 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play last time up. Slider inside. Misses. 1-0. Slider down. Line through the middle. Base hit for Physique as it sneaks its way to center. His first today. He's 1 for 3. Runner on, 1 down here. Coming up, Johnny Bags. Doubled last time up. He's 1 for 2. Back to neutral mojo now for Johnny. Fastball up. Hit by Johnny off the end of the bat as he just missed it. Got under it. Over for it is Brown, and that should be the second out of the inning. It is. Runner first 2 down for JYJ. Solo home run today. He's 1 for 2. Grounded that last time up. Check swing inside on the fastball. Good take. Ball 1. Change it down. Pulled foul. 1-1. Change of chase. Chopper to the up the third base line. Fair ball. Puckerman charges. Bare hands to first. In time to get JYJ, and that ends the inning. To the 7th, it's 4-1. Oxen, Soxen, Puckerman, and Tapler do up. Levine's going to start the 7th here and see how it goes. Ox leading off 0 for 2 today as he's locked in against the rookie who already has the quality start secured. Curveball away on the first pitch. Check swing strike called. 0-1. Little hack active for Ox. Change up high. Taken. 1-1. Forcing it down. Chop the second. Friedman high hopper to him. Makes the play to his right. 1 down. Ox down the neutral. Here's Puckerman. 10th second-year player. 0 for 2. Slider up and in. Strike called high. 0-1. Ball down and in. Chopped in the hold of short. Renera over. Dives out of his reach. Good effort, but that's a base hit. Puckerman's first hit of the year. He's 1 for 3 today. Runner on, 1 down. Here's Tapler. 1 for 2 with a single last time up. Chucker active at first for Puckerman. Change it down the way. Strike called on the first pitch. 0-1. Him repping in. Line to left center field, heading for the gap. Tripp's looking to cut it off. He will not as it gets by him all the way to the fence in the deepest part of the park. Trips gets it in. It is an RBI double for Tapler. Cyan Cats get their second run of the game. It's 4-2, and that will do it for Levine. Shigatani do it next. Tense 1 for 2 today with a single. Levine goes 6 1/3 today. 8 hits given up, 2 earned runs, 1 walk. Runner at second, his responsibility, but he is in line for the quality start no matter what. He will strike out, I believe, 2 batters today, and he is currently in line for the win. No home runs given up. Good. 1 home run given up for the rookie. Solid debut for him. Coming out of the bullpen here is going to be the other twin, Rob Hurlington IV, RH4, as the righty comes out of the pen here, making his season debut. The twin brother of Bob Hurlington IV, BH4, as we all know and love him, coming in on the roster here. Unlike his brother, Rob is actually 1 year younger. He is right-handed, and he is consistent as opposed to Bob, who is a lefty, 32, a year older, and is volatile. Hurlington will stay as consistent as humanly possible no matter what, making his mojo move a lot slower than his brother's, whose moves as quickly as possible with him being volatile. Forcing her way on the first pitch. That's fouled off by Shigatani. 0-1. Slider down and in. Slider down and in. Chased 0-2. RH4 ahead in the count here. Curveball up and away. Strike 3 call. Caught the high corner. First punch out for RH4. Next up, Rodney Park. Solo homer last time up. He is singled as well at 2 for 3 today. Crushed a hanging change up there off the out of the hand of Levine. Curveball middle in on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Forcing him down in the way. Chase, line softly to third. Nutmeg there. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning as we strand the inherited runner. A 1 in on the double by Tapler makes it a 4-2 game. Bottom 7. Lewis, Nutmeg, and Trips do up against Ball and Standos. There's Boo Lewis, 1 for 2 with the double today. Change it down and in, strike called, 0-1. Peter away, misses, 1-1. Change it down the middle, Lewis waits for it, hits it well to left center, but he just got under it. Over for it is Brown to call for it. She'll put it away, 1 down. Next up, Nutmeg, 1 for 2 with a single today. Ball and Stanos back to neutral here. Slider taken high and inside, 1-0. That's high on the changeup, nowhere near the zone, 2-0. Changeup middle in, ripped hard by Nutmeg, but foul. Out in front, 2-1. Curve up and in, ripped the second on the line, right at Shigatani, 2 down. Slash trips up next, tripled in a run last time up. He's also doubled, 2 for 3 today. Currently locked in. Change it down in the way, grounded up the middle, base hit. Trips has his 3rd hit of the day. He's now a home run shy of the cycle. He'll be on with 2 down to keep the inning alive for Friedman. 1 for 3 with an RBI ground out last time up. He's also doubled. Janice no longer locked in though. Pitch out, nothing doing. Ball 1. Slider from the way. Friedman fouls it off just over the line. 1-1. Pick off the first, back safely as Trips. Change it down in the way. Friedman drives it deep left center field, looking for the gap. He'll get it there, and that'll allow Trips to score rather easily. Misplayed by Brown there up against the fence, but it'll still be a double for Friedman no matter what. 5-2. Sawteeth back to a 3-run lead as Friedman locked in again. Here's Venero, 1 for 3. RBI single earlier in the game. Ball in Standos tense once more. Ball down and then line to left center. That is going to get down for another hit. And Renero drives in his 2nd run of the game as it's misplayed by Brown. It gets by her under the deepest part of the park. Renero digging around 2nd. He'll head for 3rd. It'll be an RBI triple for John. 6-2. Sawteeth get an insurance run. Here's Mackenzie Fry. 1 for 3 day for the rookie. She's singled. That'll do it for Ball and Standos. 6 2/3. 13 hits given up. 6 earned runs. Runner at 3rd, his responsibility. No walks, no strikeouts today. Coming out of the bullpen, lefty specialist Gasser Morris, the 2nd-year pitcher. Morris on the year is locked in, a no record, a 0 ERA, and an 0.038 whip. No runs given up in 1 appearance, 2 2/3 pitched. 1 hit surrendered, 1 strikeout, and a batting average against a 125. He has the matchup favorability here against Fry. Cut her down and in, strike called, 0-1. Chased it down and in, foul back, 0-2. Fastball up and in, blooper to shallow center. On it is Brown. She will put it away, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs in, thanks to Renero's triple, and Friedman's double. 6-2 to the 8th. Stake, Bronco, and Brown do up against RH4. He's now pitching with a 4-run lead. Here's Dolph Stake, 1 for 3 with a single today, still locked in. Slider down and in on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Receiver up. Foul back by Stake, 0-2. Ball down in the way. Check swing outside, good hold, 1-2. Receiver up and away. Chased it high, popped behind the plate. Fry there. Makes the catch out of the crouch, 1 down. Bronco up next, 0 for 3 today. Receiver up and in. Strike called, 0-1. Ball down and in. Taken low, 1-1. Fastball down and in, low, 2-1. Slider down in the way. Line at the middle, base hit for Lester. Lester on here with 1 down here in the 8th. Here's Brown, 1 for 2, single and a walk today. She's currently on fire. Ball down the way in the first pitch, driven deep to center field, carrying well, Trips retreating, running out of room. It is gone, off the batter's eye. Home run for Marsha Brown as she'll continue to build the pyramids. 4th home run on the year for Brown. She has homered in every game this season. Currently cuts the lead in half. It is 6-4. First home run for her this year that's not a solo shot. Axelson up next, 0 for 3. Despite the home run, RH4 not tense. First pitch fastball down the middle, grounded to short. Renero to his left, fires, 2 down. Base is empty for Ox, 0 for 3 today. Slider away, strike called, 0-1. That was the great thing about consistent. It kept him from going immediately tense. He has a very level head out there. Peter down in the way, fouled off late, 0-2. Slider down and in. Chase grounded the first, foul. Still 0-2. Four-seamer up and away. Chased it high, strike 3. Second punch out for RH4, and that ends the inning. Bottom 8, it's 6-4 thanks to the 2-run shot from Marsha Brown. Physique, Bags, and JYJ do up against Morris. Pardon me, Jesus. Physique leading off is stimulated now, 1 for 3 with a single. Facing the still locked in Morris here. Slider middle in, driven by Physique, hit well to right field. It jammed him a little bit though. At the wall, Bronco putting it away, 1 down. Bags up next, 1 for 3 with a double. Changed down and then pulled foul, 0-1. Change it down, line at the middle, base hit for Johnny, his second hit today. He'll be on here with a 1-out knock, trying to get the insurance run home. Here's JYJ, 1 for 3, solo homer first time up today. So out the right last time up. Fastball middle in, ripped hard at the line, fair ball as it gets by the diving third baseman into the corner. Misplayed in the corner by Axelson, digging around third as the runner. It's going to be a double for JYJ, scoring his Bags. It is 7-4. We get the insurance run. Boo Lewis up next, 1 for 3 with a double. Boo looking for his second hit and first RBI of the year. Cutter away outside from Morris. Ball 1 as he's no longer locked in. Fastball away, chopped in to hold a second. Slow roller, Shigatani to first, 2 down. Going to third is JYJ. RBI chance for Nutmeg, 1 for 3 with a single. Kira looking to make it a 4-run game again. Slider up and in, pulled foul, out of play, 0-1. A little early on that one. Chased it outside on the cutter, 0-2. Fastball away, hit up the ground to third, right at Puckerman. Make the play to first, that'll end the inning. 1 insurance run in on the double, though, by JYJ, 7-4 to the 9th. Puckerman, Tapler, and Shigatani do up as we're going to go to the closer, Maximo Primo. Puckerman leading off, 1 for 3 with a single today. RH4 done after 2 innings of relief. Primo going for the save. Primo on the year is made, I believe, no appearances on the season. Yes, this is his first. Four-seamer up and down the first pitch. Blew it by Puckerman, 0-1. Well down in the way. Whiffed on it, 0-2 out in front. Change it down and in. Low and inside, 1-2 the count. Four-seamer up and away. Check swing, strike 3 called in the high corner. First punch out of the year for Primo. 1 down, here's Tip Tapler. RBI double last time up. He's also singled, 2 for 3 today. Dribble down in the way in the first pitch. Pulled foul, out of play, 0-1. Four-seamer up and in. Lined at the middle, base hit for Tapler. His third hit today is Tip. Has a good day at the plate. He's on with 1 down, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter. Here's Shigatani, 1 for 3 with a single. No stimulated for her, though. She's tense. Change it middle in on the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in. Out in front of it, 0-2. Curveball up and away, high, 1-2. Four-seamer middle away. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Still 1-2. Change up away. Whiffed on it, strike 3. Second punch out for Primo, 2 down. Last chance for the Sandcats in game 1 is Rodney Park. Solo homer and a single today. He's 2 for 4. The ball at the knees on the first pitch. Chopped and hold a short. Raniero over. Backhands cleanly. Fires across the first. In time to end the game as the Sawteeth take game 1 today at the doubleheader. 7-4, your final. Good quality pitching performance from the rookie Homer Levine. Kept the Sandcats off the board until the 5th. With the home run by Park, he then gave up a RBI double in the 7th to end his day, but he did get the quality start. 2-run homer given up by RH4 in the 8th, but we do close the door in the 9th with Primo. Offense also gave us some insurance runs late as well. Out hit him again. Hitless today for the Sandcats were Axelson, Oxen, Soxon. 2-run homer for Marsha Brown, solo homer for Rodney Park, and a RBI double for Tip Tapler are their runs today. For us, everybody got a hit today in the lineup. Solo RBI triple for Trips, 2 RBIs for Friedman, 1 on a ground out, 1 on a double. John Raniero had an RBI single and an RBI triple, and JYJ had a solo homer and RBI double. Pitching lines, ball in the stando, 6 2/3, 13 hits given up, 6 earned runs, 1 homer. He falls to 0-1. Morris, an inning and a third in relief, giving up an earned run on 2 hits for us. Rookie Homer Levine, a quality start, 6 1/3, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a homer. He improves to 1-0. RH4 in his debut inning and 2/3 gives up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and a homer. And Primo, an inning and relief, giving up a hit, striking out 2 to earn his first save of the year. Player of the game is going to be Marcia Brown for her 2-run homer, 2 stolen bases as well. Slash Trips finishes a home run shy of the cycle in the runner-up slot, and JYJ, the third-place finisher, with his home run and double driving in 2. He'll finish in 3rd. Not bad, another good win. Starting to steamroll them now. It's 2-1. We're now tied for the division lead. Now we got to play the second game of the doubleheader to determine who's going to take it from the other team. Will it go back to the 1-game lead it was? Or will it go to a 1-game lead in our favor, which would be a 2-game swing in momentum? Let's find out here. First things first, you're invited to a groundbreaking ceremony. Who is your +1, Trips or Majiko? Trips. Got to max out that loyalty. A couple of players have been posting disgusting recipes on social media. Who do you confront, Sawyer or Caboosler? Caboosler. He's the bench player. Plus, he's less expensive. For me asking who you thought showed up and showed off in today's game, who do you praise, Friedman or JYJ? Let's do JYJ. Let's bring up his loyalty a bit. All right, not bad, not bad. Alrighty, no roster moves here between games, so we'll sim up to the next one here real quick. Only a handful of games to sim through. We will shut out the Buzzards there 2-0. Moonstars rally and beat the Hot Corners 6-3 as the Hot Corners fall to 0-3 on the year. Heaters then take care of the B-Wolves easily 5-1. Pardon me. Overdogs win a pitcher's duel against the Grapplers 2-1 as they improve to 3-1 as well. Grass Eaters rallied to beat the Wild Pigs 5-3. Damn them. Jacks taking on the Buzzards. Jacks rally but choke it away late, lose 7-6. And Freebooters taking on the Moose. Freebooters shut him out in the final game of the sim 4-0 to get back to 500 at 2-2. Right now we're in a 4-team tie atop the division with the Blowfish, Sandcats, and Moonstars. Let's see if we can keep the winning ways going. On the mound in Game 2 for the doubleheader is Ace Doyen Stafford, who is pitching for the Sandcats on only 2 days rest. He was not supposed to start this game. Candy Sweet was. Again, the AI is messing with their own pitching staff in the beginning of the season when it doesn't matter yet. Owen, no record, a 4.26 ERA and an 0.63 whip. We beat Stafford in the first game of the playoffs last year against the Sandcats. On the mound for us will be Wagyu Takobi. No record is and it's actually his first start of the year. Player development options. Let's take a look. Bad one for Lewis here. We don't want to give him bad jumps, although it doesn't really matter. He doesn't run well anyway. Might actually consider that, but we want to spend it on players that are actually going to play every day. Janice Friedman, 2 arm and a power. Yeah, doesn't really need the arm, honestly. He's a second baseman, but it's a cheap upgrade. We can think about it. Nutmeg, bad jumps. Don't want to give that to her. She's still young. BH4, Wild Thing. No, it's a dumb one. Everett Waters, junk accuracy and more junk. Chance to get screwball as well. John Renero, chance to lose bad jumps. Okay. Bang bro boom. But we can't afford either of these right now, unfortunately. That one sucks. That one sucks. This one is cheap, but I kind of want to save up for ones that I like. So I think we'll do that, and we'll see if this one or Renero will be here next time for sure. I think we'll aim to get this one. This one will probably be gone. I don't like these two, and I don't like this one either. So, yeah, I think we'll just save. All right, let's get into Game 2 of the episode here. Lineup for us in this one. Trips will lead off in center, locked in. Friedman locked in at second. Renero in at short, batting third. Mackenzie Fry, the rookie, DHing. She's locked in. Physique at first, batting fifth. Johnny Baggs over to left field today. He'll bat sixth. Howie Caldeep back in the lineup. He'll be in right field, batting seventh. Boo Lewis catching, batting eighth. And Kieran Nutmeg behind the dish, or not behind the dish, in at third base, batting number 9. At the bottom of the lineup, let's go. All right, any lineup changes for the Sandcats here? No. Jess Fowl is in the lineup now at first base. She's batting sixth, so she is in for Puckerman. Ox down to the 7 slot. Tapler still at second. He was DHing in game 1. And Frasler in at third base. So Frasler is in. Puckerman is out. Foul is in. And I don't know who the other one is. I believe Shigatani is out. Yes. Park, Steak, and Bronco do up against Jacoby. Park leading off, 353 average, a homer, 4 RBIs on the year. Jacoby ready to make his season debut here. Fastball down and in, line to left center field, in front of Trips for a base hit. 1 pitch in the season leads to a hit. Dolph Steak up next, hitting 500 on the year with a homer, 5 RBIs. He's still locked in. Change at the knees on the first pitch, check swing strike called, 0-1. Slider down and in, check swing strike called, 0-2. There's him up and away, taken high, 1-2. The ball away, chased it outside, strike 3. First punch up for Jacoby, 1 down. Lester Bronco up next to DH, hitting 385, 4 RBIs on the year. Receiver down and away in the first pitch, outside, ball 1. Slider up, taken, popped up on the hit and run foul. Lewis over for it. Catcher puts it away, 2 down. Runner still at first. Here's Marcia Brown, who's on fire. Had a 2-run homer and a single in game 1. She also stole 2 bases, hitting .667 with 4 homers, 5 RBIs. She is still on fire. About the knees on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Receiver away, outside, misses, 1-1. Change it down the way, taken low, 2-1. Slider up and in, way inside, 3-1 as she ducks back. Receiver down in the way, taken low, ball 4. First walk for Jacoby. I'm not mad at that one, honestly. Brown's been killing it today. Axelson up next, left fielder with RBI 0, hitting .250 with an RBI. The unintentional bonus of walking Brown, we get someone with RBI 0. Slider down and in, strike called, 0-1. Change up and away, strike called, 0-2. Receiver up and in, inside, 1-2, no flinch there. Curve up and away. Line to left center field, sinking quickly, Trips coming over. Slides, makes a nice catch, nice play slash, that saves a run. Bottom 1, we're scoreless. Trips, Friedman, and Renero do up against Stafford. Doyen making his 2nd start of the year. Trips leading off, 643 average, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. He finished a home run shy of the cycle in game 1 today. Locked in currently against Stafford. Stafford making his 2nd start of the year and his 1st on opening day. No record, a 4.26 ERA and an 0.63 whip. 3 earned runs given up in 6 1/3 innings for a quality start. 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 home run balls, and a batting average against 174. Getting the start over Candy Sweet on only 2 days rest for Stafford. Either way, strike called, 0-1. Slider down the way, line by Trips to the gap. That's down and right for a base hit. Brown cuts it off and saves extra bases. Leadoff man on here for the Sawteeth. Next up, Janice Friedman, locked in, 583 average, 1 homer, 3 RBIs on the year. He drove in 2 in game 1 of the episode. Pitch out, nothing doing for Trips. Stafford takes a long look. Chase the slider high, 1-1. Fastball inside, whiff late, 1-2. Fastball up, chase the high, strike 3. First punch up for Stafford. 1 down. Here's John Renero, the shortstop, hitting .333 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Fastball up, whiff late, 0-1. Fastball up and away, whiff late again, 0-2. Forkball down in the way, foul back, still 0-2. Pick off the first, back safely is Trips. Pick off again, back safely again. Change it down in the way, pulled to left center off the end of the bat. That is going to get down into the glove of Axelson for the 2nd out. Runner still at first. Here's Mackenzie Fry, the rookie DH. Locked in, hitting .583 with 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Fastball middle in. Jammed her to left field, but that is down in front of Axelson for a hit. 2 on, 2 down. Sawteeth in business. RBI chance coming up. It's peak physique, the first baseman, hitting 273. No homers or RBIs yet on the year. Fastball taken at the knees away, 0-1. Changeup away, pulled foul out of play, 1-1. 0-2. Slider down and away, one hopper to second, Tapler to first, that ends the inning. Two stranded for us in the first to the second. Foul, Oxen, Soxon, and Tapler due up. Just foul leading off, first baseman sat out game one, hitting 286 with 2 RBIs on the year. Slider away in the first pitch, check swing strike called, 0-1. Receiver up and in, strike called, 0-2. Change up and away. Chased it outside, strike 3. Second punch effort to Kobe, 1 down. Ox up next, catcher hitting 250 with an RBI on the year. Curveball up and away in the first pitch, whiffed on it outside, 0-1. Change up and in, taken high, 1-1. Slider down and in. Ripped foul on the left side, out of play, 1-2. Change it down and away. Chased it low, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Jacoby. He's at 3 today. 2 down. Here's Tapler, hitting 750 on the year with an RBI. He went 3 for 4 in game 1, his season debut. Doubled in a run late. Fastball up on the first pitch, fouled off, 0-1. Ball down and away. Strike called, 0-2. Slider down, in the dirt, 1-2. Good block. Change up and away. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Four-seam up and in. High, 2-2. Slider middle in. Hit up the middle of the second. Freeman dives to his right, cuts it off on a hop. Nice play on the first. 1-2-3 inning for Jacoby in the second. Bottom 2 were scoreless. Baggs, Caldeet, and Lewis do up against Stafford. Baggs leading off, hitting 273 out in left field. He'll bat in the 6th slot today. Change up inside, strike called, 0-1. Heater taken high, 1-1. Slider away, whiff late, 1-2. Change up chased in the dirt away, strike 3. Second punch out for Stafford. 1 down, here's Caldeet. Right fielder hitting 125, 2 RBIs on the year. Off-speed hitter active. Change up away, outside, ball 1. Slider away, driven by Caldeet to left center field on the line. Sawed it off as that got out in a hurry over the left center fence. Caldeet once again homers off Stafford as he did it back in the playoffs in year 1 as well. First of the year for Howie. It is 1-0 Sawteeth on the board first. Boo Lewis up next to catcher, hitting 250 on the year. Fastball down in the way, low, ball 1. Curveball way outside on the check, good hold, 2-0. Fastball down in the way, driven by Boo Lewis, hit well to right center field. That is going to hang up for Brown, 2 down. Base is empty for Kieran Nutmeg, third baseman hitting 231, 1 RBI in the air. Fastball taken at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and in, jammed her, 0-2. Slider down in the way, dumped to left field shallow. Over the glove of Park, base hit. Nutmeg's 2 out knock, keeps the inning alive here in the second for the Sawteeth. Trips up next, 1 for 1 with a single today. Change up and in, taken high and inside, ball 1. Forkball up and away, whiff late outside, 1-1. Fastball up and in, driven by Trips, right center field. He got that one, folks. Saws it off as it's into the top of the row of the right center stands. Home run for Slash Trips, his second homer of the year. 2-run shot makes it 3-0. Got around on the fastball. Next up, Friedman, 0 for 1. Stafford now tense. Starting to feel the effects of that lack of stamina here. Approaching 50% already. Fastball down and in, hit through the middle off the mound, base hit. That keeps the inning going here with 2 down. John Renero next, 0 for 1. Friedman on at first. Fastball away, fouled off, out of play, 0-1. Good rip, but just foul. Curveball away, chased, skied to right. In on it, Brown. She'll put it away to end the inning. But a big 2-run homer from Slash Trips and another RBI single for Nutmeg to the third. It's 3-0. Frazzler, Park, and Stake due up. Was it a... Oh, it was a home run from Caldeet. That's right. We had 2 homers in the inning. Frazzler leading off. Third baseman sat out game 1, hitting 167 on the year. Forcing up and down the first pitch. Driven to center field. Hit pretty well. Trips racing back. He's going to run out of room here at center. Off the batter's eye. It is a home run for Frazzler as he'll start assembling the pyramid. First of the year for Frazzler. That makes it 3-1. Sandcats on the board. He's ready for the fastball. Park up next, 1-for-1 with a single. Homered in game 1 of the episode. Slider at the knees on the first pitch. Hitting the hole to third. Nutmeg dives out of her reach. That's a single. Runner on, none down. Tying run to the plate. Here's Stake. Go for 1. Still locked in. Curveball away on the first pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Forcing the middle in. Fouled off. 1-1. Change it down the way. Runner goes. Chopped up the third base line. Fair ball. Nutmeg dives and cuts it off. Fires across the first in the dirt. Picked by Physique, but it is late. Infield single for Stake. 2-1, none down. Here's Bronco, 0 for 1. First 3 batters reaching the inning against Jacoby. Ball down on the first pitch. Taken low, ball 1. Forcing up and in. Taken high and inside. 2-0. Slider hangs. Fouled off. Just barely. 2-1. Forcing the middle in. Fouled off. 2-2. Tough out active for Bronco here. Change it down in the way. Chased outside. Fouled off. He'll stay alive. 2-2 pitch coming. Forcing her up and away. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Slider down and in. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Bronco working the at-bat. Ball down in the way. Chased. Oh, almost chased. In the dirt on the check. Full count. Forcing her up and in. Popped up left center field. He just missed it. It jammed him. Trips racing in. Gets there. Puts it away for the first out. Marsha Brown up next. Walked her first plate appearance. No official at bat yet today for Marsha. Slider away in the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Change it middle in. Fouled off. 0-2. Tough out active for Brown here. Forcing her up and away. Chased it high. Strike 3 and outside of the zone. Fourth punch effort to Kobe. 2 down. Here's Axelson. 0 for 1 with RBI 0. Forcing her up and in on the first pitch inside. Ball 1. Ball down in the way. In the dirt. 2-0. Change it down and in low. 3-0. Forcing her up. Hit the third on the line. Could not make dives. Off her glove in the no man's land. Bases loaded. 2 down. Save extra bases though. Here's foul for 1.
Number 12, Jas foul.
Slider up on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Forcing her up and away. High and outside. 1-1. For ball up and in. Inside. No call. 2-1. Change up and in. High. 3-1. Forcing her up. Check swing. Ball 4. Walked in the run. Good eye from foul.
The catcher, number 32.
3-2 the score. Here's Oxen Soxen. 0 for 1 today. Forcing her away in the first pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Ball down and in. And fooled him inside as he whiffs on it. 1-1. Change it down in the dirt. Blocked off the catcher's glove. Runner coming home. Flip from Lewis late. Run scores on the wide pass ball. We're tied at 3. Jacoby now tense. Fastball middle in. Strike called. 2-2. Slider away. Chase. Ooh. Didn't chase. Full count. Runners off with the pitches here. Change up. Line to right center. That's going to be down for a hit. And that's going to keep the snowball going. 4th run of the inning. RBI single for Ox. Sandcats take the lead 4-3. Tapler up next, 0 for 1. Forcing up and in on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Change up at the knees. Tapler lines at the right field. That's another hit. 5th run of the inning for the Sandcats. 5-3.
Now batting The third
Frazzler up
baseman,
next. He
number
started the inning with the
26,
home run.
Gibbs.
Fighting Crane active. They batted around. Fastball up on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Slider down and in. Low. 1-1. Curveball up and away. Chased it outside. 1-2. Change up way outside. Misses. 2-2. Four-seamer middle in. Chased it. Strike 3. Finally ends the inning. Jacoby at 5 punch-outs on the day. But 5 runs score for the Sandcats as they send 10 men to the plate and bat around. They now have the lead. Bottom 3. Fry, Physique, and Bags do up. Mackenzie Fry up 1-for-1 with a single. We just couldn't get that momentum to switch. Change up in there. Strike called. 0-1. Fastball down in the way. Whiffed late. 0-2. Change up inside. Chased. Fouled off. 0-2. Fastball up and in. Lined up the middle. Off the diving glove of Park. Base hit for Fry. She's on with leadoff single. We're going to look to answer. Here's Physique. Go for 1.
Number 33, Peak Physique.
Fastball down and in. Chopper to second. Slow roller. Tapler to second 1. Park to first. Cannon arm. Double play. Yay. Base is empty for Bags. 0 for 1 today. Both pitcher and batter tense. Curveball hangs. Line to right center field. That is down for a hit. Bags is first today. He's 1 for 2. Keeps hitting live. 2 down. Coming up, Howie Caldeet. Solo homer his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Change up and in. Whiffed down and inside on the changeup. 0-1. Fastball blew it by him. 0-2. Slider down and in. Chopper to short. Park to his left. Fires to first. In time to end the inning. To the 4th. It's still 5-3. Park, Steak, and Bronco do up. Here's Park, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Jacoby's still tense after last inning. Heater inside, dump to left field. That's a base hit as they're going to start it again. Next up's the 2-hitter. Here's Steak, 1 for 2 with a single.
Number 38, Dolph Steak.
Curveball up and away on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Slider down, hitting the hole to short. Renero to his left. Backhands, fires to second 1. Friedman to first, late on the fielder's choice. 1 down. Here's Bronco, 0 for 2.
Number 21, Lester Bronco.
Pushing down and then on the first pitch. Foul back, 0-1. Slider down in the way. Check swing outside, 1-1. Change up hangs. Fouled off, thankfully late, 1-2. Tough out active. Curveball up and in. Rip to right center. That is down for a base hit. First and second now, 1 down. Here comes Brown, 0 for 1 with a walk today.
49, Marsha Brown.
Change up down on the first pitch, taken low, ball 1. Slider inside, misses, 2-0. Receiver up and away, outside, 3-0. Down and away, taken low, ball 4. Second walk for Brown, 4th of the game for Jacoby. There's Axelson, 1 for 2 with a single. Sorry, 3rd walk of the game for Jacoby. Fastball inside. High and inside. Strike called. 0-1. Change down the way low. 1-1. Slider inside. Chop to second. Slow roller. Friedman charges. Flips to second. 1. Renero to first. Double play. You love to see it. Jacoby gets through the 4th. Bottom 4. It's 5-3. Lewis, Nutmeg, and Trips do up. Here's Lewis. 0 for 1 today. Trying to get the rally started with the rally starter trait. Ball away, outside misses, ball 1. Slider up and in, line through the middle, base hit for Boo as he'll be on with a knock. 1 on, none down. Here's Nutmeg, 1 for 1 with a single. Stafford tense once more. Fastball up and in, chased high inside, 0-1. Change up inside, rip foul, 0-2. Fastball up and in, hit to third on the line, right at Frazzler on the jam shot, 1 down. Next up, Trips. 2-run homer last time up. He's also singled today. Bad ball hitter active for Slash. Slider inside. Dump to center field. Base hit. His 3rd hit today. He's 3 for 3. Runner are 2 on, 1 down. Go ahead run come to the plate. Here's Friedman. 1 for 2 with a single. Stafford still tense. Fastball down and in. Hitting the hole. Past the diving foul into right field. Base hit. Base is loaded. 1 down. Here's Renero, 0 for 2. Big spot for John. That'll do it for Stafford. He only goes 3 1/3 today, giving up so far 3 earned runs. Everybody on base, his responsibility. He also surrenders 11 hits on no walks. Maverick McMahon coming out of the bullpen here for the Sandcats, the 22-year-old reliever. 1-0 with a 0 ERA and an 0.40 whip. No runs given up in 2 appearances of 5 innings total. 1 hit given up, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Batting average against for Maverick, 0.67. Second year with the Sandcats for McMahon here in the series. He's locked in coming into the appearance. Trying to get out of the base-loaded jam. Curveball misses outside, ball 1. Slider at the knees, driven by John, deep right field. Did he get it? He did. Sawed it off. Get out the rye bread and mustard. Grandma, it is another grand salami. John Renero with 1 swing puts us back in front. It is 7-5. Second of the year for John. Kenzie Fry up next, 2 for 2. 2 singles today for the Rook. She's locked in against the tense McMahon. Curve up and in, turned on by Fry! Into the corner! Back-to-back jacks! Sawed it off! Third of the year for the rookie as Fry teed up a hanging curveball. And it's now 8-5. Here comes Physique, 0 for 2 intense. Grounded into a double play last time up, trying to find his mojo. Sliders outside, ball 1. Curveball middle in, popped it up behind short. Easy play for Park. 2 down. Bags up next, 1 for 2 with a single. Slider up, taken high, ball 1. Curveball up and away, strike called, 1-1. Curveball middle in, hangs and line back to center. Bags dumps it into center. Another hit for him. His second today. He's on with 2 down in the 4th. Next up is Howie Caldeet. 1 for 2 with the solo homer. Curveball up and away, way high and outside. Ball 1, nowhere near the zone. Fastball away, skied off the end of the bat. Foul. Will that get out of play? Frazzler giving chase. Lays out, makes the nice catch to end the inning. To the 5th, though, we get 5 runs, capped off by back-to-back home runs. A grand slam from Renero and a solo shot for Fry. To the 5th, it's 8-5. Foul, Ox, and Tapler do up against Jacoby, who's going to start the 5th. Pardon me, foul leading off, 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI today. First pitch, curveball up and in. Inside, ball 1. Puts him up and away. Chased it outside, 1-1. Slider up. Whiffed high, 1-2. Change up inside, fouled off. We'll do it again, still 1-2. Forcing up and away. Way outside, 2-2. Curveball down on the way, outside, 3-2. Slider up and in. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Change up. Check swing high, ball 4, and that's going to do it for Jacoby as that's his 4th walk of the game. Leadoff man reaches in the 5th, and that'll do it. Ox up, 1 for 2, RBI single last time up. Jacoby, 4+ innings, he gives up 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, I believe 5 strikeouts. Runner at first, his responsibility. Not a great start for Jacoby, hoping to get him to the 5th, but just can't get it done today. Going to turn it over to the long reliever, Gertie Goatman, making his 2nd appearance of the season, the lefty specialist. Goatman on the year and took the loss on opening day. He gave up 3 earned runs and 2 innings of relief work. 13.50 ERA and a 2 whip. 3 earned hits, giving up 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and a batting average against the 375.
Now pitching, Gertie Goatman.
Slider down and in on the first pitch, taken low to Ox, ball 1. Forcing her away. Lined on the hole to right field, base hit. Back-to-back runners reach here to start the inning for the Cats. 2 on, none down. Here comes Tapler, 1 for 2 RBI single last time up. The ball at the knees on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Forcing her up and in. High, 1-1. Slider down and in, low and inside, 2-1. The ball down in the way. Low, 3-1, no call. Forcing her up, fouled off, full count. Forcing her up and away. Popped up to second on the infield fly. Friedman calling for it. 1 down. Frazzler up, solo homer. Earlier in the game, he's 1 for 2. Four-seamer down in the way. Check swing, strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer inside, strike called high, 0-2. Slider down and in. Hit up the first base line. Past the diving physique, just foul. 0-2. Well down in the way, runners go. Fouled off on the hit and run. Four-seamer up and in. High, 1-2. Slider down and in. Misses inside, 2-2. Well down in the way. Line back to Goatman, who makes the catch. 2 down. Runners hold. Here's Park. 3 for 3, 3 singles. Specialist active here. Slider down and in on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Well down in the way outside in the dirt. Good block. 1-1. Fastball away. Hit in the hole to third. Base hit to left. Should load him up here. Johnny comes up throwing. Runner's going to try it. Here comes the throw. Just late. RBI single. It's 8-6. And that's the inherited runner charged to Jacoby. Here's Stake. 1 for 3 with a single. Specialist active against him here. Heater high taken. Ball 1. Slider up and in. Line to left. Over the leaping Nutmeg's glove. Base hit. Bags comes up throwing again. Runners will hold. Base is loaded this time. Still 2 down. Here's Bronco. 1 for 3 with a single. Slider down and in on the first pitch. Low and inside. Ball 1. Four-seamer up and away. Strike called on the check. 1-1. Ball down and away. Hit in the hole to third. Nutmeg dives to her left. Nice catch by Kira. That ends the inning as we strand the bases loaded. Inherited runner scores. Charged to Jacoby. Will be do escape the 5th with the lead. 8-6. Lewis, Nutmeg, and Trips 2 up against McMahon. There's Lewis. 1 for 2 with a single today. Man sets and fires. Slider caught the letters. 0-1. Curveball down. Ripped to the gap left center. Sinking quickly. That's down for a hit. Second hit for Lewis today. Who won the lead off? Here's Nutmeg. 1 for 2 with a single. Curveball hangs. Turned on into the gap. It goes in right center. That's down for extra bases as Nutmeg rolls it to the fence. She'll be on with a double. 2 in scoring position now, none down. Lewis at third. And the Sawteeth add insurance. Here's Trips. 2-run homer earlier. He also singled last time at the plate and singled in his first at bat. He's 3 for 3 today. Facing the tense McMahon. Slider down, grounded hard to short, and we're infield in. That's going to hold the runners as the play is made to first. 1 down. Janice Freeman up next, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Infield still in here. Fastball up and in, check swing taken high, ball 1. Chased it inside on the heater, 1-1. Slider up, driven to center, sky ball. Lewis tagging at third. Stake there will make a catch for the second out. We'll have to hold, that's a good arm. Here's Raniero, 1 for 3. Grand slam last time up for John, trying to keep it going. Fastball middle plate, line to right center field, that is in the gap. Over the diving glove of Brown. Great effort, but that's going to be a 2-run double for John. He'll be at 6 RBIs on the day. It is 10-6. Sawteeth get their insurance. Mackenzie Fry up next. Hit a home run last time up. 3 for 3 today. Solo shot and 2 singles. Fastball up and away. Fouled off. Out of play. 0-1. Went with it, but late. Fastball away. Hitting the hole to third. Right at Frazzler. Fires across the first in time to end the inning. But Sawteeth get 2 on the double by Raniero. He's up to 6 RBIs on the day. To the 6th, it's 10-6. Brown, Axelson, and fouled. Well, here's Brown, 1 for 1 with 2 walks today. Still on fire. Lefty specialist active for Goatman here. Curveball away in the first pitch. Check swing outside. Ball 1. Four-seamer away. Check swing strike. 1-1. Slider up and in. Ripped hard to right field on the line. Called eat back to the fence. Makes the catch. 1 down. Axelson up next. 1 for 3 with a single. Specialist still active here. Slider down and in. Fouled off. 0-1. Four-seamer up and away. Chased. Fouled off. 0-2. Curveball down and away. Chased it in the dirt. Strike 3 swinging. Lewis picks it. Fires the first. 2 down. First punch up for Goatman today. Here's foul with the bases empty. 0 for 1 with 2 walks and an RBI driven in as she walked with the bases loaded 1 time. Slider away on the first pitch, hitting the ground to first. Hard, diving physique to his right, makes the stop. Races to the bag to beat foul, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Goatman. Bottom six, it's 10-6. Physique bags and called, eat, do up. Physique leading off, 0 for 3 intense today. Slider down on the first pitch, crushed to right field, but off the end of the bat. Right there is Brown, and that should be the first out. It is. Johnny Bags up next, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Slider down in the way, dumped to left field, shallow. Park runs it down, though, for the second out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here's Howie Caldeet, 1 for 3 with a solo homer today. Well, down in the way, outside on the check, good hold, ball 1. Slider misses outside, 2-0. Caldeet a good hitter's count. Curveball hangs, chopper to second, right at Tapler. 1-2-3 inning for McMahon here in the 6th. To the 7th, it's 10-6. Ox, Tapler, and Frazzler. Bottom of the lineup up against Goatman. There's Ox, 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI today. Four-seamer down, chopped up the middle. Freeman to his right, cuts it off on the slow roller, fires, 1 down. Tapler up next, 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. Slider away, outside, ball 1. Four-seamer up and in. Pulled foul, out of play by Tapler. 1-1. Go down and in the dirt, bounces, 2-1. Slider up and away, high, 3-1. Four-seamer away, check swing strike, 3-2. Four-seamer up and in, fouled off, we'll do it again. The ball away, chased outside, we'll do it again, still full. Slider away, hit on the ground, hard chopper to short, right at Renero. He'll make the play, 2 down. Base is empty for Frazzler, 1 for 3 with a solo homer today. Curveball middle in on the first pitch, fouled off, 0-1. Four-seamer down and away, low, 1-1. Slider away, outside, 2-1. Four-seamer up and in. Line to center, base hit. Frazzler's second hit today, he's 2 for 4. 2 out knock keeps hitting alive for Park. 4 for 4, 4 singles and an RBI today at the top of the lineup. Ball down in the way in the first pitch in the dirt, good block, ball 1. Seamer up and in, inside, 2-0. Slider down and in, fouled off, 2-1. Four-seamer away, fouled off, 2-2. Slider inside, hit on the ground first, physique backhands cleanly, taps the bag, and that ends the inning. Goatman puts up another 0 in the 7th. Bottom 7, it's 10-6. Lewis nutmegging trips to up against McMahon. Here's Lewis, 2 for 3, 2 singles today. Here, down and in, low, ball 1. Curveball chopped down and away, up the middle. Park behind the bag makes the stop. In time to first, 1 down. McMahon back to neutral. Here's Nutmeg, 2 for 3, double and a single. McMahon coming in off here, coming out of the bullpen, Immaculo Spectaculo. Right-handed ace reliever trying to keep it a 4-run game. Spectaculo on the year, no record, a 3.86 ERA and a 1.71 whip. 1 earned run given up in his appearance on the year, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, batting average against the 300. There's a Nutmeg here. Change about the letters, 0-1. Fastball away late, 0-2. Fastball up and in, chased, popped up to second, right at Tapler, 2 down. Base is empty for Trips, 3 for 4. 2 singles and a solo, 2-run homer today. Change up, hard ground to the first, right at foul on the hop. 1-2-3 inning for combined for McMahon and Spectaculo. To the 8th, it's 10-6. Stake, Bronco, and Brown do up against new pitcher. Goatman goes 3 innings, giving up 4 hits with a strikeout and 1 inherited runner to score. Better appearance for Goatman, but still shaky. Stake leading off, 2 for 4 today. Coming out of the bullpen here for us is going to be lefty Everett Waters, the rookie, making his debut. All right, 20-year-old Everett Waters, left-hander, has good accuracy on the first pitch and is slightly above average every other time. He has above-average junk and about average velocity. He's a pretty solid young pitcher who you can build up to make into an eventual star reliever. Lefty-lefty matchup also favors him against Stake. Fastball down the way in the first pitch, low, ball 1. Change it down. Check swing strike, 1-1. Four-seamer up and away. Turned on by Stake, hit well to right field, carrying well. Caldy at the wall, leaps, and he missed it badly as we jumped out of the way of the ball. That would have been an out. Leadoff double for Stake here in the 8th. Bronco up next, 1-for-4 with a single.
Lester Bronco.
Change up and in on the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Ball down and in. Chop to second. Friedman charges. Runner to third. On to first with it. Drop by Physique. That is an E3. Here we go. 2 on, none down for Brown. 0-for-2 with 2 walks. Fastball away. Outside. Ball 1. Ball hangs. Line to first. Past the diving Physique into right field. That's a base hit. Caldy gets it in. Runner digging for third. Throw is cut. No, it's not. Double for Brown. Tying run coming to the plate. Here's Axelson. 1-for-4 with a single. At Waters now tense. Ball down and in. Taken low. Ball 1. Fastball down. Low. 2-0. Waters put into a tough position by his defense. Change up away. Out in the dirt. 3-0. Fastball in there. Check swing strike. 3-1. Change up and in is going to be inside. Ball 4. Base is loaded. Still nobody out. Thank you, Physique. There's foul. 0-for-2 with 2 walks and an RBI. Fastball up. Strike called. 0-1. Ball up. High. 1-1. Change of hangs. Driven to center. Off the end of the bat, though. Trips back. At the warning track, we'll put it away for the first out of the inning. Lead runners tag. Sac fly for foul. It is 10-8. Runners at the corners. 1 down. Here's Ox. 2-for-4, 2 singles and an RBI today. Change it down and away in the first pitch. Check swing strike called. 0-1. Fastball inside. Misses. 1-1. The ball down and in. Inside. 2-1. Four-seamer away. Chased, fouled off. 2-2. Change of middle in, hit in the hole to second. Friedman dives, cuts it off. No play at second. Will go to first. 2 down. RBI ground out for Ox. It's 10-9. Tying run at second for Tapler. 1-for-4 with an RBI single. For ball away in the first pitch. Chop to second. Right at Friedman holding the runner. He'll fire to first. In time to end the inning as we get out of the 8th. But Waters gives up 3 runs. 2 of them unearned. Or 1 of them unearned. Bottom 8, it's 10-9. Friedman, Renero, and Fry do up as we look for some insurance off Spectacular. Primo getting warm. Here's Friedman, 2-for-4 with 2 singles. Locked in here. Change up and away outside. Ball 1. Change it down the middle. Turned on by Friedman, but early. Fouled off. 1-1. Change it down the way. Line through the middle. Base hit. Got greedy with the changeup, and Friedman was ready. Leadoff knock puts an insurance run on. Here's Renero, 2-for-4. 2-run double last time up. He's also hit a grand slam today, driving in 6 total runs. Check swing high on the fastball. Taken. Ball 1. Change up. Hard chop through the middle. Base hit for John. 2 on, none down to start the inning. Let's go, guys. Get those runs back. Make up for it. Physique, Fry up next, 3-for-4. Solo homer and 2 singles. She's locked in. Change up away. Chased. Fouled off. 0-1. Change up away. Dumped to right center field. That is down as Fry gets a base hit. Base is loaded. None down. Zeke do up next. He's rattled but juiced. Will that make up for it? You know what, Peak? Make up for it with the bat. Let's go. Change it down. Rip foul. 0-1. Slider away. Dump to right. And there you go, Peak. That'll get it done. Get one of them back. RBI single. Bases stay loaded. It's 11-9. Still nobody out. There's Bags. 2-for-4, 2 singles. Clutch active with max pressure. So it's doubled effect. +10 to all skills for Johnny. Slider inside. Hit in the hole to second. Easy pick for Tapler out of the air, and they double off Physique at first. Bitch. 2 down. Here's Caldy. 1-for-4 RBI. Solo homer earlier. And they intentionally walk Howie. Base is loaded. They want Boo Lewis for 2 singles today. And they know I can't pitch for him. I can. But I don't want JYJ behind the plate. Shit. All right, Boo. It's got to be you. Need the good fielder back there. Slider strike called at the knees, 0-1, especially in only a 2-run game. Slider away, grounder to third, slow roller. Frazzler taps the bag at third, that ends the inning. We only get 1 out of the bases loaded with none out situation, but the insurance run is appreciated. 11-9 to the 9th. Frazzler, Park, and Stake due up. There's Frazzler, 2-for-4 solo homer and a single today. Now the bullpen going for the save is Primo. Closer did debut in the first game this episode. He went the inning, giving up a hit and striking out a batter, getting 2 batters getting the save. Batting average against .250 for Maximo. Fastball up and in the first pitch, blew it by him, 0-1. Ball down and away, outside and low, 1-1. Fastball away, fouled off, 1-2. Four-seamer up and in. Chased it. Oh, no. Check swing. I thought he got him. 2-2. Change it down and in. Chased it. Dropped in front of the plate. Boo Lewis to first with it. 1 down. Next up is Park. 4-for-5. 4 singles and an RBI. Still locked in. Ball down and in the first pitch. Fouled off behind the plate. 0-1. Change up. Park fouls it off. 0-2. Ball away. Chased and fouled back. 0-2. Change up and in. Blooper to right, shallow right. Freeman dives. Nice catch, Janis. 2 down. Butterfingers or not, he makes the play. Next up, Dolph Stake. 3-for-5 today. Double 2 singles. Power and contact versus righty active. He's locked in still. He is the last chance for the Sandcats in game 2. Four-seamer up on the first pitch, taken high. No into the zone. Ball 1. Ball hangs, fouled back, thankfully, 1-1. Change it down and in. Fouled off, 1-2. Four-seamer down and away. Chopped up the third base line. Nutmeg over on the backhand. Fields cleanly, fires. In time to first. 1-2-3 9th inning for Primo as the Sawteeth win a heart palpitation-inducing second game as we sweep the doubleheader against the Sandcats. 11-9 the final in game 2. Wow, that was a messy win. And that 8th inning really almost made me rage because it just had the "we're going to blow this" sign written all over it. But thankfully, we got back through the 8th, got the insurance run, and slammed the door in the 9th. Ooh, holy crap. Hitless today for the Sandcats, only Jess fouled, but she did walk twice. RBIs today, 1 on a single by Rodney Park, 1 on an RBI sac fly for Brown. Jess Fowl had 2 RBIs today, 1 with the bases loaded walk, the other on a sac fly. Knox Oxen 2 RBI singles. Tapler an RBI single, and Frazzler with a solo homer. On the other side for us, hitless today, nobody. Everybody got at least 1 hit. Solo homer, 2-run homer for Slash Trips. Grand slam for John Renero, as well as 2 RBI double. Mackenzie Fry had a solo homer, going back-to-back with Renero's grand slam. Physique had a RBI single. Caldita a solo home run as well. Pitching line, Stafford on 2 days rest takes the loss, 3 1/3. He gives up 11 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 homers. He falls to 0-1. McMahon, 3 innings of relief out of the pen, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 homers. Spectacular, an inning and 2/3, gives up 4 hits, an earned run, and a walk. For us, Jacoby only 4+ innings today, 9 hits, 4 walks, 6 earned runs, given up 5 strikeouts, 1 homer. No decision for him. Gertie Goatman comes out of the bullpen with 3 innings of relief, scoreless, giving up 4 hits, 1 strikeout. He improves to 1-1. Waters in his debut an inning, giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run and 2 unearned runs, as well as 1 walk, thanks to a key error by Physique. Primo gets his 2nd save of the year, though, with pitching a clean 9th inning. Player of the game, John Renero, for his 6 RBI day, finishes a triple shy of the cycle. Slash Trips, 2 RBIs today on a home run. He'll be the runner-up. And Mackenzie Fry with her 4-hit day with a solo homer will finish in 3rd. Not bad, as we are now on a 3-game winning streak. We are now 3-1 on the year. Now, will we have sole possession of first place, or will it be a tie? Let's find out. All right. There's only one compliment left in your body. Who gets it? Waters or cul-de-sac? Ooh. Well, it wasn't Waters' fault for what happened today, and I think he'll need the confidence boost more than cul-de-sac, so let's give it to him. Bro Boom wants a new face for the NRG campaign. Who do you pick, Majiko or Goatman? Goatman pitched well today. Let's give it to him and boost up that loyalty a bit. Nice. Alrighty, we've got a lot of games to get through. 13. Any roster moves? There looks like there are 3, 4 of them, 5 of them. Okay. B will sign young second baseman Body Odor, replacing outfielder Buster Biggs. Norton Pickle to the Blowfish. They'll replace Kara Kawaguchi. Howie Caldeet loses his secondary position, so he is no longer able to play right and left field. It's just right field for him. He has lost that. He's more picky about where he plays. Seymour Sox cut by the hot corners as they bring in second-year second baseman Doug out 5s. Nemesis signed reliever Grump Everbright, former hot corners arm, as he'll replace Mark Harbormouth in the starting rotation. Interesting. Slash trips plus 7 fielding. He's now up to 77 in that category, getting very close to that S-tier ranking. Peak physique plus 1 arm, despite making the error in the field today. And in the final roster move, Tarzan Woodburn, former Crocodon's first baseman, is signed to the Moose. He'll replace a veteran Lionel Martinez. Kind of a crap-for-crap move, if you ask me, but Martinez was at least a usable pinch hitter. Woodburn is basically just a defensive sub. All right, let's sim up to the next game here. We got 13 to get through. Blowfish beat the Moonstars easily, 10-1 in the first game. Nemesis taking on the Platypi here. Platypi rally win, 3-2 in a pitcher's duel. Crocs taking on the wide loads here. Crocs are going to hold off and win, 9-3. Sirloins and Hot Corners here. Sirloins are going to beat the Hot Corners, 6-2. Grapplers taking on the wide loads here. Wide loads rally and win, 3-2. Nemesis taking on the Dogs. Nemesis are going to win easily, 6-1. Wild Pigs taking on the Sirloins. Sirloins win in 10, 1-0 with the shutout. Jacks Rally beat the Heaters, 2-1. Moonstar shut out the Blowfish, 1-0. Second 1-0 shutout we've seen in the sim. Grass Eaters beat the Sandcats 2-1 as Sandcats continue to lose. Hot Corners win 6-3 against the Mooses. That's 3 straight losses for the Sandcats here. They're now 2-3. Crocodons beat the Bee-Wolves easily, 5-3. And the Platypi beat the Buzzards in the final game of the sim in a pitcher's duel, 2-1. So with our third straight win, we are now in sole possession of first place as we were the only team to win and not lose the follow-up game afterwards. Moonstars and Blowfish each won a game but then lost a game as well. Sirloins also won a game and lost a game. And the Sandcats have lost 3 in a row. Alrighty, next episode we are going to be taking on the Freebooters for the first and only time this year in the regular season. On the mound will be Winnie Noel, no record, a 3.68 ERA and a 1.09 whip. Freebooters missed the playoffs in year 1. But there you have their ace Noel on the hill, and for us it'll be our ace as well, Dick Lucas, who got injured in the first start of the year when he took a line drive to the face. So hopefully he can rebound here. Pitch through the pain. Alright, dumb one for Lewis. Decent. Goatman, this is a chance to lose Specialist. We're never going to let him lose Specialist, no. Nutmeg, no. No. Waters, this one is still here, surprisingly. I did not expect that to stick around. Renero, this one's the good one. I like this one better than I like this one for Waters. Waters doesn't necessarily need the junk. He needs the velocity more so. And the chance at the screwball is really low, so I'd rather go and try and get rid of the bad trait here for Renero and make him a little bit better. Let's go for it. 1 power to 91, 1 speed to 70, 1 fielding to 71. Does not get the bonus power. Does not get the bonus speed. 20% chance to get rid of bad jumps. He does not. It sticks around. Damn. Unlucky. Bad rolls all around for John, but at least he got a tiny bit better. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and sim up to the next game here. Oh, we already did that. Let's set the lineup. Call it a day. Trips will lead us off next episode in center, locked in. Then it's the DH Johnny Bags batting second. Caldeed batting third in right field. Batting fourth, catching, locked in Mackenzie Fry. Batting fifth, locked in shortstop John Renero. Batting sixth, third baseman Kira Nutmeg. Batting seventh, locked in second baseman Janice Friedman. Batting eighth, left fielder Kathy Cul-de-sac. Back in the lineup, and batting number 9 is the 10th first baseman Peak Physique. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Good doubleheader sweep today against the Sandcats, as we're now on a 3-game winning streak. Sole possession of the division lead for us at this current moment, a quarter of the way through the season. Sitting at 3-1, we're going to take on the Freebooters next time out and see if we can hand the Pirates another loss and improve to 4-1 on the year. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow or subscribe buttons down below here to be notified next time I go live, and also donate any money if you so choose, if you find this entertaining enough to want to support me here. If you're watching this over on YouTube and haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch down in the description below if you guys want to come over here and watch the games live before they get posted. I'll catch you all in the next episode, everybody. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.